Monday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Russell Westbrook.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for Houston, at the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Alper and Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now here's Van Vliet. That one falls. Van Vliet's got his team on the board to start the game for the Rockets.
Nice jump shot. Van Vliet, he can stretch the floor for you or hit there from the mid-range.
Brooks against Porter. Jokic with his screen on Brooks. Offensive rebound. That shot is off. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand, constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. Snatched up, Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Team foul.
And the toughness of Brooks on display, not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside.
Dillon Brooks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Both good from the line that time.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he could be a high-usage guy. It really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Well, when Gordon's team makes it this easy for him, of course he's going to throw it down hard.
Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Van Vliet's got his second bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Porter. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Porter pulls it in. And it's Porter with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. Brown the pass to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. For the 3. Green with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Green. Pass to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. They get it back, and Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
It's time for the Takes Cam. If you see yourself on.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Whitmore in for Fred VanVleet. The Nuggets also changing it up. Peyton Watson comes in for Michael Porter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Braun. .137 left to play in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. Bangs home the trifecta.
And what you just love about Green, a guard who works with or without the ball, can break you down in so many ways.
Now here's Westbrook. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Saric comes in for Jokic, and Porter subbed in for Aaron Gordon. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:15 left in the first quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Now, Green, following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Shot clock at 5. Green drives in. Rebound by the Nuggets. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Three-pointer. That shot off. It's a tie game here in Houston. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster. But everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation for it.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Peyton Watson is out there with Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard position. Denver with the ball. following the score by Houston. Left side, Westbrook. Şengün with the rebound. Eason passes to Holiday. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Smith, and it's slammed in by Smith.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Christian Brown's checked in for the Nuggets. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at the Rockets. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, Denver. They're in the fourth position.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
Here's Şengün after the Nuggets pick up 2. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Šarić. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Now here's Westbrook. Last time out, he had 14 points. Porter against Smith. Porter kicks to Westbrook. Brown the pass to Porter. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Porter's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Whitmore. Hasn't made one yet.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Šarić outside. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Porter, offensive rebound. It's rebounded by Houston. Now Eason. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Şengün inside. Covered by Šarić. Şengün no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Westbrook. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And playing with a lot of fire now.
Timeout.
They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
The court is yours. Squad. Hey, fans, make some noise if you want a free t-shirt.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Thompson, he's checked in for Şengün. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for Šarić. Aaron Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Jamal Murray in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Thompson, still without a basket. Brooks outside. Fires for three. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Gordon with a screen on Green. Here's Brown. No good on the three. Rockets trail by 4. Inside, here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
Murray with it. He had 15 points last outing. Six to shoot. Outside, Porter. And he's good on the three ball. Porter's got 12 points in the game. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nuggets lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in the high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Houston Rockets.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Well, I think of Houston last week of the season. They want the playoffs to start, but
that'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Nuggets leading by 5. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's VanVleet into the point. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Brooks kicks to VanVleet. And he gets it to go. He's got 6. Dan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Now here's Murray. After Jalen Green's miss. outside Porter. This one for three. Thompson with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 6. In the corner, it's Van Vliet from downtown. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 9.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
Here's Jokic. Jokic rising up.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. Third is Amen Thompson.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. It's a 5-point game. Şengün with a screen on Murray. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Good defense by Jokic.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Brown. Off target from three-point range. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Brooks against Porter. Now Murray. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Jokic draws the double. Porter passes to Brown. Thompson with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 5. Brooks right side. To the inside. Green dishes to Thompson. Van Vliet against Murray. And the shot goes down. Van Vliet's got 11 points.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Gordon kicks to Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
The Rockets trail. Thompson outside for the tie. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here is Murray. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Van Vliet. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Well, he's found his groove. He isn't forcing anything, and he's making the most of his chances.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. And Tari Eason subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Now here's Green. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Adams sets the pick for Van Vliet. Pass to Eason. Some nice passing there by Houston. And it's Green, missing.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Now here's Murray. The kick out to Porter. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Denver on top. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Jamal Murray is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Šarić, and it's Brown in at the 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Westbrook. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Holiday. Smith for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Rockets foul. Aaron Holiday.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Williams, he's checked in for Shepherd. No good on the second free throw.
And crucially, he did enough there to make it a 2-possession game.
Shot by Eason, no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Murray. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
Here's Holiday. Outside Williams. Holiday, a screen on Westbrook. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Now Eason. The tray. It's hauled in by Watson. Watson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Şengün. The Rockets with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Westbrook surveying the D. Low block shot on the way. Count it. Good. Westbrook's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Houston with a big group substitution here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Green, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic, he's checked in for Šarić. Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And Porter subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every three they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Outside Gordon. Pass to Murray. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Van Vliet. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage. Slipping pass there for the finish.
Here's Brown. It's Porter outside. Green with the rebound. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray against Van Vliet. Off target at the rim. Pass to Brown. And here's Gordon. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
Yeah, I feel like Jokic doesn't even need to see the basket when he gets that close.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Murray finds Gordon. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. 5 on the clock. Nailed from three-point land. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Murray following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. There's a screen by Murray. And it's Gordon missing.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Buries it from three-point range. And an intentional foul right there.
Rockets foul. Fred Van Vliet. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Fred Van Vliet. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Houston. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Come on, everybody. Let's get loud.
Nine seconds left in the fourth. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Nuggets ball.
And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
At the line for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. And so Murray nails both of them.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Nicola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What's gotten you to be more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if I say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, it sounds like they're listening, man. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Michael Porter.